It's Moo Man.
Moo Man?
This is not a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Moo Man. It is Moo Man on the mic.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your man, Moo Man, on the mic, back with another episode of the Initiative Podcast, where we get into everything celebrity news, world news, sociology, psychology, and WTF. Let's go. Whoa. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to all and every last one of my haters. Today is a shout out to the haters. Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why. Because earlier, you know what I'm saying, I was conversating with a couple haters. A couple haters had hit me up. You know, if you follow my Facebook, some of y'all might know. But not just on Facebook, just doing business out here. And I gotta tell y'all are a motivating force. I didn't know that people hating on me would be so powerful to me, for me, as a motivating force to move forward in ways that, you know what I'm saying, I never thought possible. I'm not even gonna hold you. Who would have thought that y'all are the generators of motivation? Y'all truly are. I need some more of y'all. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And I got big haters, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to each and every last one of y'all. I hope y'all keep continuing to motivate me, keep continuing to inspire me. I'm only getting better. Let me tell y'all one now. I got something for y'all. If I ever get to the point where I win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, or a Tony, I'm gonna dedicate my very first one to y'all. Y'all deserve it at that point. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, y'all deserve it. Find this episode of my podcast and hold me accountable to that. I promise you. Okay, let's get into the headline hero. As y'all know, the headline hero is Mental Health Awareness Month. All right, now let's get into a little bit more history, not into really the Mental Health Awareness Month in America, but Mental Health Awareness Month, or mental health awareness just in general throughout the land of history, right? As I've said in a couple episodes, how we had to have a antimantium level reinforcement of mental health, especially during our slavery days here in America, right? And, you know, as you know, just recently we had one of the biggest plantation mansions burned down to the ground, right? That was a mental health awareness event. Some people felt sad. Some people were happy. You know what I'm saying? Other people have mixed emotions. Me personally, I had mixed emotions, only just because it's not just the fact that it burned down. I'm actually glad that it did burn down. However, there are secrets. There are crimes that were committed on that plantation and within the walls of that mansion. You see what I'm saying? That was not brought to justice. That was never brought to the lights. You know what I'm saying? Even underground on that mansion. You know, and that's what kind of kills me. I kind of wish that, you know what I'm saying, something was done about that, you know what I mean? But as far as it burning down to the ground, I kind of want all of them to burn down to the ground, all right? And so that Mental Health Awareness Month continues on. Let us get into the headline hunting. All right. Let's go. YG admits he was sexually abused as a child. Okay, I got an article right here. YG has confessed that he was once sexually abused while he was a child. Sitting down for an emotional chat with ABC News, the Compton rapper once opened up about an older woman taking advantage of him when he was 14 years old and rapping about it on a recent single, 2004. That came out a little bit ago. I advise y'all to go check that out. It's pretty dope. He said, "I kept it inside for a long time. My family's first time hearing about it was when the record came out," which is crazy. It's heartbreaking when you really think about it if you're a part of his family. The FDT rapper also believes similar incidents are far more common than most people believe. He added, 90% of all people that I played it for, the males, they all got similar stories. That was the conversation everyone was having. It was like, yeah, I was sexually abused. And as men, black men, we need to have that conversation more and more and more, because as we know that there are certain traditions that carried on through our family that came from slave habits, slave techniques that was brought on to us. We carried that through generations through our epigenetics. We're going to talk more about it. Headline hunting. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass hops on the grill at Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger. Shout out to Mayor Karen Bass for going to the late Nipsey Hussle Marathon Burger, who is breaking records over there selling them burgers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, rest in power. You know what I mean? The marathon continues. Headline hunting. Natalie Bryant has graduated from the University of South California with a degree in film. Shout out to Natalie Bryant. And yes, you definitely hit the headline because that's amazing. Headline hunting. Pusha T proclaims that new Clips album will be a groundbreaking experience. I'm looking forward to an article by Gabriel Graz Navarez. Pusha T spoke about the new Clips album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, during a GQ interview about selling his clothes or his clothing grails. Pusha T is still waiting on just one more feature before he and his brother No Malice can drop the highly anticipated Clips comeback album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. I'm looking forward to it. They are legendary, okay? I love Pusha T. No Malice, he had his situations. I've been waiting for him to get back on that mic. They have definitely done a lot to hype the project up and prelude its release, and they aren't stopping until it comes out. Again, Clips, a new Clips album in this day and age, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Recently, the Virginia rapper sat down with GQ for an interview. Specifically, they discussed how he's selling many of his iconic designer items and other clothing grails via a GOAT partnership. But of course, they also talked about this upcoming LP. Push did not mince words when he's speaking on his vision with No Malice and their production and their producer Pharrell. It's a whole new chapter, Pusha T said in the new Clips album he was talking about. This is new. It's groundbreaking. It's fresh. This isn't a reminisce runway. It's none of that. This is hardcore. This is what it is. I can't wait until I see it. I hear the Clips album. Everything is new. The music, the energy, the competitive spirit. It's all about what's next and being what's next. This will be the duo's first record in 15 years. We will see just how well it shapes up once it actually drops the line. All right, and let me tell y'all, I'm gonna be one of the main ones to stream it, to download it. I may get a physical copy just to keep it through history because that's evergreen. Pusha T and Malice, Clips, that's an evergreen group. All right, and what I mean by evergreen is that they get better through age. They get better through time. And this is a new day and age, and we're moving into the 21st century to have a classic like the Clips album. Yo, I can't tell y'all enough how excited I am for that. I'm definitely here for it. Headline hunting. Okay, so let's get it up. Here we go. Top selling albums by rappers in 2025. I had to put it out there. Let's knock it down. Number 1, GNX, of course. 1.46 million records sold. All right. Money for You, 1 million sold. Music, 763K sold. Wham by Lil Baby, 537K sold. Chromacopia, 483K sold. Alligator Bites Never Healed, 482K sold. Okay, Take Care, Big X, 435K sold. JKMC, 405K sold. Damn, 403K sold. Take Care, 336K sold. Curtain Call, y'all already know who that is, 306K sold. We Don't Trust You, 281K sold. That's Futures. Last Lap, 275K sold. Glorious, shout out to Glorilla, 272K sold. Utopia, 263K sold. My Turn, 554K sold. Views, 240K sold. Goodbye and Good Riddance, 235K sold. That is the top selling albums by rappers in 2025. Let me know what y'all think about it. Those are the big ones, and it's been one hell of a year, if I don't say so myself. I didn't realize that many albums came out this year. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, obviously there are probably hundreds to thousands of albums that come out from mainstream rappers, understream rappers, midstream rappers, underground stream rappers, and I know. You see what I'm saying? We need to get more of underground stream rappers and midstream rappers up there. I ain't even gonna hold you because we're the ones with the talent, we're the ones with the wave, we're the ones with the bop, the vibes. I ain't even gonna hold you. I mean, I know. You know, mainstream got it, but we got it out here, okay? Let's get into the back of the house headline. All right, so check it out. Back of the house headline. And like I said, just because it's the back of the house don't mean it's anything less. What do I always say, ladies and gentlemen? We clear the front and we check the back, okay? Satellite images show apocalyptic wall of dust swallowing Chicago, okay? Gergana Krastiva published. Satellite imagery shows the storm swallowing highways and buildings, plunging the city of 2.6 million people into darkness. It has triggered visibility warnings, halted traffic, and left Chicago residents choking on dust. Okay, the National Weather Service issued a dust storm warning, only the second time in history it has done so in Chicago. I seen the videos. My gosh, okay? Now that happens in like Saudi Arabia, that happens in a lot of parts of Africa, major cities. But man, who would have thought it would happen in Chicago? An emergency alert was sent to the mobile phones of residents saying, be ready for sudden drop to zero visibility. Pull aside and stay alive. Oh my gosh. Okay, and that hit everybody's phone. Pull alive and stay alive. Pull aside and stay alive. The NWS said the dust extended along a 10 or 100-mile line from southwest of Chicago to northern Indiana, severely reducing visibility. Emergency crews reported near zero visibility and wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. And before y'all even go with the conspiracy theorists, no, okay, this is not climate change. Yes, this is something new, and yes, it is rare, but it does happen. Okay, let all the climate change enthusiasts out there suggest it. It's never happened before in the history of mankind. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? No, it's happened before, and it's probably happened way more times than it has ever been on record. All right, I'm pretty sure some of the native elders, the black native elders in this country before Columbus wanted to wage a war with slaves, I'm quite certain that they've dealt with that in that area before the city was ever built. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. So that's amazing. What I don't want is everyone to get all freaked out about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. We are in the middle of the precession of the equinox. Electromagnetic energies changing the faces of the planet. Why you think we're moving into the fifth dimension? You see what I'm saying? And yes, the fifth, not the fourth, the fifth. I know y'all gotta catch up. Some of y'all who may not be into the certain kinds of geological, alchemical sciences that are out there that our ancestors wrote and left in stone for us to know. All right, so that's how I'm able to say those things. So the precession of the equinox happens every 25,920 years. Okay, and you can break that down in the zodiac houses. Each of it is exactly 200 or 2170 years. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, if you don't believe me, you can try it out for yourself. You can break that 25,920 down into each world age lasting over just over 2100 years. All right, and you can superimpose that on a 13-month calendar if you can find it, and you will be amazed. And after that, the rest is up to y'all. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, that's my understanding of the geological weather. And yes, they can manipulate weather. Yes, weather machines are not new. And I advise y'all to hit YouTube, check it out. There are plenty of videos on there. You see what I'm saying? Was it man-made? Was it a natural event? Your guess is as good as mine. All I'm saying is, get the facts, check the science, and some of the science is amazing, but definitely check the science out. All right. But what I really want to talk about is back to the haters, right? No, I'm not going to get into the specific names or the specific things about me. If you follow my Facebook, you know what it is. What I'm going to say is this: I love each and every one of the ideas that my haters have against me. You see what I'm saying? Because when I say that it is a motivating force, I know I said it before. I mean, at first, I've always shunned away my haters, block them, get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Delete. You know what I'm saying? Erase, vaporize. I mean, every name that you can come up that relates to the idea of ending. You see what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, now that the motivation is kicked in and the fire is lit beneath my feet, I need more of them. Okay, Cat Williams had a point when he said you need to figure out how to get to 6 if you have 5 haters this year. You need to figure out how to get to 7, 8, 9, and 10 before the end of the year. Yeah, he's absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? I follow a different calendar, so my year just began. Mine's began in March 21st, but you're absolutely right. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I need more of them. Somebody has to inbox me. Let me know how I can develop more haters. Is it success? So I have to be more successful in order to get the attention of brand new haters so they can have something to hate on. Yes, I will definitely do that. You see what I'm saying? And while I'm doing that, I want y'all to keep the same energy. Please keep the same energy. I've told y'all I will dedicate my very first Grammy, Emmy, Oscar, or Tony, whichever one comes first, second, third, or fourth. I will dedicate the very first one to y'all. Y'all need it, okay? Because there's no way you could be focusing on me that much. I shouldn't be taking up that much space in your mind. But as usual, it is your man, Moo Man, on the mic. Thank y'all once again for listening to the podcast, and I will see y'all on the next episode.